Olivier Oet is a French artisan passionate about Raku ceramics. He has a special love for this craft and has passed it on to a special group of students.
Mình rất yêu quý ông Olivier vì ông đã dạy nghề gốm lại cho mình. Ông cũng rất thân thiện và tận tâm.
He helps make dreams come true and spreads happiness.
Em rất vui khi được tới đây học vẽ. Vẽ là niềm đam mê của em. Ông Olivier đã tạo điều kiện cho em học vẽ. Ông là người rất vui vẻ. Các bạn và em đều yêu quý ông.
Ban điều hành cũng như là nhân viên học viên ở đây xem ông là một người thầy, một người anh cả, thành viên của trung tâm hy vọng.
Bonding with Phie and his special students and friends. Olivier has long viewed this place as a second home, to which he will always return.
For more than 10 years now, a Frenchman has been traveling back and forth between Vietnam and France to help a shelter home for children with disabilities in Hue City in central Vietnam. He has taught them Raku pottery as well as other crafts, but also gives them a sense of confidence and a more optimistic outlook on life. And the connection that he built with the children here has formed an unbreakable bond between him and Vietnam. And so today we have the honor of talking to Mr. Olivier Oet. Thank you so much for joining our show.
Thank you to you. Thank you so much.
And so our first question is, you spend money, your own money, to open a Raku pottery workshop here in Vietnam. So why Raku pottery more specific?
We met in Paris, a yacht with the accountant from the Hope Center.
Yes.
And she came to Paris 12 years ago. Years ago. And after that, I kept contact with them, of course. And chairman of an association called Orange Fleur d'Espoir was asking me to come to Vietnam and to teach Vietnamese people to do pottery, but I what can I do? What can I do? I mean, Vietnamese people, they know how to do pottery, you see? So I was a bit shy about that. But it happened that she came to my studio in Paris, and she was impressed by the way we share, not teaching, but sharing the work of pottery and appreciating what people can do. So in that sense, I did finally accept to come to Vietnam and say, well, what can I do? And I told my wife, let's go to Vietnam, and I decided to come here with my wife in Vietnam. So after that, I came to Hue, and I fell in love with the place, but especially I fell in love with Hope Center.
Yeah.
And that Hope Center brought me back many times until today, during all these 11 years.
Yeah.
So I decided with Nyot and Miss Hong, the director and founder of this Hope Center.
Yes.
And she accepted to welcome me, share this idea of developing sustainable tourism through pottery, art, and Raku.
Yeah.
I was so excited, and I am still. That's so great.
You just have to start them immediately.
Yes, we started immediately looking for clay, but there was no space. I mean, there was no roof.
Yes.
So we finally built something to welcome the pottery studio.
Yes.
And I must say that I have I think of my brother and my father. My brother was Down syndrome, and he died in 2012. So for his, it's quite maybe abnormal here, but what we did with my family is we said we will not ask flowers to our guests, but donation. Make your flowers become a gift for Hope Center.
Yes.
So we got a bit of money there, and unfortunately, my dad died the next year. So we did the same, and I had enough money to start the building what we needed here in Hope Center. So that was this is the story of how it started. The story of Hope Center. I was sensible. I was no, maybe sensible is not the word, but I was touched by Hope Center because, of course, I could see what they needed in terms of help, money, and the idea of developing something sustainable. And this is very important. In 2015, I decided that I could not come anymore with my money. I had to open this the Hope Center ID and this sustainable idea of helping Hope Center with my friends. So I opened in Paris with 4 friends an association which is called AVMO. AVMO.
Yes.
And
the atelier
is ici.
Atelier
Vincent Mariout. And Vincent Mariout is the name of my brother. Of course. With my team now, we've been running and trying to find funds to help Hope Center during since that time. I have been involved in art since I was young. Because my father was a pianist, my mother was a violinist. I've always moved in the art world. I went to the art university of Paris Les Beaux-Arts. My mom and father opened a center in Paris for disabled people, and there I started and opened a pottery studio, and I've been working with disabled people for 34, 35 years.
Olivier Oet was born in 1955 in the French capital, Paris. He is a Raku ceramic artisan who has traveled and worked all over the world. However, when he came to Hue, he felt like this was where he belonged. From volunteering to work with the children at Hope Center Hue, he became a sponsor in 2012. He raised funds to build a ceramic workshop and has developed it ever since. He flies to Vietnam every year and spends 2 to 3 months teaching at the center. Olivier has taught skills, created jobs, and helped many disabled people confidently integrate into society. In 2015, he gathered friends and family to establish a non-governmental organization supporting disabled children. This organization is named Atelier Vincent Mariout, or AVMO. Currently, its members support disabled Vietnamese children, primarily at the Hope Center Hue.
You're also teaching the children and as well as the adults
That's
other
right.
skill set as well.
Yeah.
So can you tell us more about that? There's a garment department.
Yes. So the garment department, I've been seeing and looking at them working for many years. So I know that they do a great work. They make costumes for different, I think, administration, like maybe the police or the army or schools, and so this is great, and they are very proud, and we are very proud of them because they do such a great work. You know, it's not easy to be able to produce a shirt that nobody knows it's made by disabled people. It's a shirt. That's it. You see that they can
just as good.
Just as good, yes. So they can be very proud about that. And so this garment department, and you're talking about children because in fact a lot of children visit the center from school. I know that the international school from Hanoi or even Ho Chi Minh City, they come here to perform with clay for 1 day or half a day. It depends. And and beside the Raku and the pottery, we offer weaving bamboo. Our worker will teach how to make a bamboo basket, and they will teach to children also, because sometimes we were saying that we have children, and also the weaving, the electric wiring weaving.
Wow.
Which is all of it. The bamboo weaving and wires are from recycling. So this is very important. And I've noticed that recently we did a lot of bags for recycling bottles of water, plastic no, in general, and not bottles of water only, but plastic in general.
Yes.
And Hope Center had gotten an order to build and to make many thousands of bags like this. And I saw that the Vietnam is focusing on that, and I was happy that Hope Center got the word.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
You have done a lot of efforts into connecting this center to a lot of tourism programs, I believe.
Yes,
so
it's not enough. It's not enough. We need more people to come and discover what we are doing here. And this company, they must realize that we give a lot of pleasure to the people who are visiting us. The group who come with the French company or with the Feel Free Vietnam, they leave happy with a big smile, and the company pay us a little amount, and even these people, they leave with buying some things from our shop. And they also give a little money to the donation box. It's amazing if you could be here when we have a group of 12, 25 people coming, how from the beginning to the end, it's like a river, you know. It starts little, and after it's a flow of happiness that comes out of it. Is so great, and we are so happy. We have a great day when we see people so happy.
Yeah,
and the workers, they are
brimming with confidence and purposes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't know about home, but they must be telling all this at home.
Hope Center Hui was established in 1999 to help individuals living with disabilities and those with unfortunate life circumstances. Since 1999, the center has provided 50 courses for over 1,600 students in major fields such as handicrafts, dressmaking, and weaving. Olivier started teaching ceramics in 2012 to give students more job opportunities and a better future. Having worked in Raku ceramics for nearly 40 years, Olivier Oet has a great passion for this type of ceramic. Raku ceramics are unique thanks to the diverse glazed colors created when fired at high temperatures. In Japanese, Raku means comfort, ease, and joy. Therefore, Olivier has passed on the craft to individuals with disabilities so they can find a comfort of their own and freely create art. He also hopes these students will gain self-confidence by making Raku ceramics like their peers.
Đó là một cái việc mà rất là ý nghĩa. Ông đã đem đến cho Trung tâm Hy vọng không những là giải quyết vấn đề trong cái giai đoạn mà hắn mang cái tính lâu dài bền vững. Vì ông Olivier không phải là chỉ đơn thuần là cái người tài trợ, mà ông cùng với mình, ông sẵn sàng chia sẻ và đồng hành cũng như là gánh vác cái công việc, những mọi khó khăn, trở ngại của Trung tâm Hy vọng. Bên cạnh cái việc ông tài trợ cái nguồn kinh phí để là dạy nghề gốm, rồi hình thành cái xưởng gốm, rồi hàng năm là cứ phải đi về Việt Nam 2 lần Cứ mỗi lần là 2 tháng, ông đến đây ông cùng làm việc, sinh hoạt với là tất cả mọi người ở trung tâm. Mà đối với cái tuổi càng ngày càng lớn của ông á, mà mỗi lần đi về Việt Nam là ông mang rất là nhiều thứ, rồi dụng cụ, rồi đồ nghề làm gốm này, rồi máy móc thiết bị này nọ, rồi men, thậm chí là cái về đây là cái nguồn đất là ông cũng phải đi khắp nơi khắp chốn để ông tìm nguồn đất.
Ông Olivier đã dạy mình cách làm gốm. Mình cũng rất thích loại gốm này. Mình muốn dạy cho các bạn trẻ trong trung tâm để có thể học được nghề. Trước đây chưa học gốm, mình học may và đan đồ thủ công mỹ nghệ. Bây giờ mình thích làm gốm vì có thể dạy thêm nghề cho các bạn ở trung tâm và có thể bán đồ gốm có thêm thu nhập.
Thanks to Olivier's teaching, many students can make unique Raku ceramic products, such as flowers, cups, mugs, and animal figures with unique colors. These students have gained confidence in their handicraft skills. They can also act as guides for domestic and international tourists visiting the workshop for a ceramic making tour.
So I guess in the sense that you have changed, a lot of lives have been changed here, especially for a lot of children. But do you feel like your life changed too throughout this whole process?
That's a good question, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it did give a sense into my life after I stopped working in France. Because I stopped working, I think, about 6 years ago. But this started before I stopped working.
Wow.
So I used to come on my holidays to Vietnam. So of course I had to share these holidays with my family and say, well, I need 15 days to go to Vietnam, so I would come here for 15 days and teach and go back home a bit frustrated because 15 days it goes very fast. It has changed a lot, and nowadays it has given a strong future. You know, I'm retired, but I don't feel retired in the sense. Yeah, I feel retired in the sense that I have time. I have time to share it, and I share my time with people. Before I used to run much more because I was working as well. But now that I'm but I share with my family, of course, because I like to come every 6 months. Or 5 months. I like to come for 1.5 months. Yes, of course. Hope Center, it's involved in my life all the time now. Yeah. And it's part of my life. It's also my future. I will carry on until I cannot travel anymore, maybe. But yes, of course, I will carry on. Yeah. I am so happy, and I want things to succeed.
And you also mentioned that there's a lot of activities that you did, both in Vietnam and in France, to help promote or raise people awareness about the center here in Hue. And so could you tell us more about these kind of activities that you did to help raise more awareness about the situation here?
Yeah. Well, the main activity that we have is that we organize once a year. We call it the Solidarity Days for Vietnam. And this is always a weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And for the last 10 years, it was organized on my boat in Paris. We do welcome every year about 200 people. And this is our time where we are going to make fund. We are funding money for Vietnam. And people will buy some items that I buy here. From Hope Center, I bring them back home. So I always have very heavy luggage, yes. And also some items that I buy from the ethnic minority, from Alui or different places. This time I will buy some in Sapa because I will be going the last week of April into Sapa to buy some items. And so during these 2 days, I open my luggage and I display everything, and people will come. We spend 2 great day talking with friends. You know, sometimes it's a chance that we can organize this for Vietnam, because people get together. And in France, you need a reason. So the reason is Vietnam. So people will come and choose some little bracelet, jewelry, pearl, or a kimono, whatever I bring, you know, and they will pay a reasonable price. It will be higher than here, but 100% of the money is for the association, and also I make pottery. I make Raku pottery in France, and I sell them for Hope Center. So this is something that we do every year.
Every year, Olivier frequently travels between Vietnam and France. Each year, he fills his luggage on the return journey to France with products from the art classes and Hope Center Way. Olivier proudly displays the students' achievements at exhibition and Vietnamese cultural days in France, and when he participates in events in Vietnam. This is also how Olivier raises funds and promotes the products made by the diligent and talented students he has so passionately taught.
What if someone who have learned of Hue Hope Center and wanting to help, what is the best form of help that they can give?
That's a nice question. Well, the best I'd say is to come here and to make us work. Through the clay, they will book for a pottery experience. They will book for a Raku experience. We will be so happy to perform that and to follow them for the decoration, for working, and they will pay the amount. There is a price for it. I don't have it in mind, but it's really affordable, especially for tourists. But it's affordable for Vietnamese people. It gives proudness to our workers, proudness to us, and it brings money.
Because you have worked with a lot of children, and like all the nooks and crannies of the center you have touched. And you must have a very special connection with the center itself, especially the children. Do you have any favorite children that you have, or any memorable children stories with the children that you want to share?
It's a touching question, but I have a sweet tooth for all of them, I must say.
Yeah.
In the sense that they have all developed affection towards me in a different way. I could get that, and I had the feeling of it. So there's no difference in the sense that I cannot choose someone, but they're all bright and friendly and touching in their way. They are towards me. You know, they give to the level of what they can, and this is fine, but it's so pretty.
Yes. Do you remember the first ever pottery item that they made?
Oh yes, yes, I remember.
Yeah,
because
I list a few.
Yeah, I was teaching how to make a bowl with your hands. I had made one to show them how to do it.
Yes.
And so I left it on the table, and after each of them were trying to make one, and they were laughing at each other because it did not look like the one I had made. But this took me a long time to teach. I don't want you to make exactly what I made myself. The richest and the most beautiful item you can make is the one you make with your hands, and they will all be different. I don't want the same one. They will all be different because you have different tools. Your hands are your tools. So different tools make different items. It took them a long time to do that, to understand. But after I tell you, they were not laughing at each other. They were helping each other.
And I guess that's one of the more precious lessons that you have teach them.
Since establishing the pottery workshop in 2012, Olivier and his colleagues have jointly opened pottery workshops for domestic and international visitors. The students at the center act as guides for the tourists. Art has brought them together, enabling visitors to understand and empathize easily.
Mình thấy các bạn làm ra những thành quả đó thì là riêng mình thấy là vô cùng ngưỡng mộ các bạn ạ. Kiểu mình thấy là các bạn cũng rất có năng khiếu khi có thể làm ra được cái thành quả, những cái gốm như vậy ạ.
Và mình nghĩ những xưởng gốm như thế này đã giúp những người khuyết tật họ có được công ăn việc làm và có được nơi mà có thể nói là họ thuộc về và họ cảm thấy rằng mình có nhiều giá trị ở đây hơn.
Despite his busy schedule, Olivier always dedicates time and effort to the pottery workshop at the Hope Center. He teaches the students at the center and also leads the pottery making tours. The Raku pottery workshop is fully equipped with modern machinery that Olivier and his colleagues bought. It allows the entire production of finished ceramic products, providing visitors with a comprehensive experience. This is also how Olivier promotes the profile of the pottery workshop.
So I'm here today with what Olivier is doing, and I have been with others in the past few days. And for me, giving handicapped people an opportunity to be able to work is huge. It gives them dignity for themselves, it gives them dignity for their families as well.
We have a small business here to sell souvenir items. Voilà, maybe thanks to that we can develop also some cooperation with Olivier and the Hub Center to sell more things to tourists and local people.
What do you like about life here in Hue? You know, the locals, the food, the music, the culture?
Well, no. I like Vietnam. I love Vietnam. I love Hue. I love Vietnamese people. Maybe you'll be surprised, but it seems to me that they have time.
Oh.
So when I'm in Paris, it's like, it's always rushing somewhere, and it seems to be crazy. But when I arrive here, people take time for me, and they make lunch. We do different things, and sometimes I look at my watch and I say, oh, they'll be late, but no, everything carries on very calmly, and it seems to me that you have time, or you take time for people,
yes.
And that I do really appreciate. That's touching me a lot. So I like this part of Vietnamese way of life, culture. Of course, the food. I do prefer the street food. I was a real defender of the street food. Really, for me, it's I've always had the best moment and taste in the street food. It's always nice.
Yes.
I've never been sick, whatever. In 12 years' time, I eat everywhere and anything. Of course, there are things that I appreciate most, but I do eat everything. I was eating snails a few nights ago for the birthday of Nghệ. Yesterday I had a fish soup for breakfast, which you never do have in Paris, with seafood, seashells. Yeah, but I did. I always say yes to everything, and because I like to touch the culture. I like to be involved in it. It's really pretty good.
Yeah. It seems like you are very engaged in the culture and the people itself, and I think that is one of the reasons why you're very engaged with the children as well. What is your hope for them in the future?
My hope for the future is that Hope Center becomes sustainable, because this project, as I said before, is beautiful. It's Hope Center, funded by Miss Hong, is a piece of jewelry. It's a piece of jewelry, really. It's so friendly. It's amazing how friendly it is. So this friendship comes from family. This fragile piece, I hope for it that it carries on many years. It will never stop, because we always welcome new workers, and we have at the moment 2 workers who are coming from Longto Pagoda, and they are trying, one is trying the bamboo baskets, and the other one is working at the garment. So, because this cannot stop, it's not a business, you see. So, when it's a business, you can stop and you start something else. But with with people, we are not here to make money. We're here to bring knowledge and proudness for everyone. So, and to help disabled people. But so I cannot think of Hope Center closing one day. It should carry on. And I hope, this is my hope for the future.
Yes, of course. You also mentioned Longto Pagoda, and and you're also involved in helping with a lot of people there.
Yes.
Could you tell me some of the activities that you've done there to help support the people in the place?
It's very simple. 1.5 years ago, I was invited by one of my friends from the university, Phie, and she invited me to go to a pagoda to cook for children in the orphanage. So I said, yes, of course, I'll join you, and I went there, and I was so touched. This is about 80 to 100 people, young children. Yeah, this time it's children, and most of them are mute and deaf, and some of them, and I was very touched by that, are Down syndrome. And as my brother was Down syndrome, I have oh my God, my heart was melting. And so I visited the center. I came back the next day with my friend Phie, and I said, well, I would like to find out what I can do. They do the class, so they teach mathematics, they teach Vietnamese language, but beside that is nothing. So I think I could try to fund for if you are willing to develop and to open classes of painting and drawing class, because it's a bit somber, it's a bit dark, it's a bit. I would like to bring a bit of joy, and also drawing, painting is another language. For people who are mute and deaf, it's a way to express themselves. So they said yes, and we evaluate how much money they need for 1 year to pay for a teacher and to buy some material, and we started a year like that, and now it's working great. I cannot think of stopping. So we did send money for the second year, and we're very, very happy with that. And I went there this morning. It was great moment.
The paintings conical hats, and numerous souvenirs here are the products of young learners at Long Thọ Pagoda art class. Olivier has organized a class in collaboration with the Long Thọ Disability Child Rearing Center since 2023. The class meets several times a week to accommodate 100 young participants.
Lúc nào ông cũng về Việt Nam, ông cũng lên thăm lớp học hết. Lúc đầu thì cái làm ra lớp học này là để theo nguyên văn của ông luôn là make them happy. Yeah. Là chỉ muốn cho các bạn được hạnh phúc. Nhưng mà sau đó là thấy phát hiện ra những tài năng, rất nhiều tài năng ở trong lớp. Có những bạn rất là tài năng, có thể nhìn và nhớ được những hình ảnh xung quanh mình và vẽ lại rất tốt.
The children here did not need any stimulating lessons from Olivier or the teachers. Instead, they create aesthetically pleasing and emotionally rich products through their passion for art.
Em rất vui khi được tới đây học vẽ. Vẽ là niềm đam mê của em. Ông Olivier đã tạo điều kiện cho em học vẽ. Ông là người rất vui vẻ. Các bạn và em đều yêu quý ông. Từ khi tới đây em học rất tự tin. Em tới đây học, em biết yêu thương, giúp đỡ cho các em nhỏ hơn trong lớp. Em rất thích vẽ tranh, vẽ áo dài. Em thích vẽ, sau này có nghề nghiệp, kiếm được tiền nuôi bản thân và giúp đỡ các bạn khác nữa.
This class fulfills Olivier's wish to bring joy, bright smiles, and a better future to young people.
It seems as though throughout your life, the latter part of your life, you have always been dedicated to giving a lot and putting a lot of efforts into helping Vietnamese people, especially children with disabilities in Vietnam. So, at the end of the day, what is Vietnam to you? What is Huế to you? What is Hope Center to you?
It is my life purpose. I involved everything around home center and helping disabled people and people with needs. It's not only Hope Center, but sometimes we need to help different people. But yes, it is like that. Something that has changed my life. Yes, of course.
And if there's any message that you want to send to anyone, to our audience, to the children, to your family at home in Paris through our TV screen, what would you say?
Yeah, well, first thing is I would say thank you, thank you to my family to help me and to agree, with me to do all this, and also, thank you to everyone to have welcomed me so fast. There's a lot of humanity in Vietnam. I was welcomed so fast. It's not in every country that you find this. And yes, and so the message I would say it would be please come and visit us at the Hope Center and come and spend a great day with us.
Yeah.
You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, and I think that is the end of our talk session. So thank you so much, Olivier, for spending your time with us today and sharing your very inspiring stories.
Well, you're welcome.
Yes, and for the audience of Talk Vietnam, I hope that you at home can also feel the inspiring atmosphere emitting off of this conversation. And I hope that you, with a little bit of action, can do so many good things. Just by coming and visiting and spending the time, you can understand a different perspective from people with disabilities, understanding how they feel joy and how they can earn a living just from a small action. So thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye for now.
Khi ở bên Pháp, ông cũng bị dịch, ông cũng bị mắc Covid, nhưng mà khi mà ông vừa hồi phục thôi, là ông là cái việc đầu tiên là ông điện về cho trung tâm, điện về ông hỏi thăm thử xem thử là tình hình của mọi người ở trung tâm như thế nào. Cũng là nói ra là cũng rất là cảm động, cho mọi người là cảm động nhất.
Mình cũng có duyên quen biết ông Olivier cách đây hơn 10 năm rồi. Được biết ông là sang Việt Nam cũng với một cái tâm nguyện là giúp đỡ cho trẻ em khuyết tật, giúp đỡ cả về tinh thần lẫn vật chất, muốn cho các cháu nó có được cái niềm vui, hạnh phúc trong cái việc sáng tạo.
Luôn luôn đồng hành và hỗ trợ và thương yêu, đùm bọc tất cả các bạn ở đây.